Okay. Okay. Soup. Hi. You're about to watch me die trying to color these wings. Honestly, well, wing. The line art was probably the harder part, but, you know, whatever. Hey, okay. So, Abyss made it abundantly clear on this one video. In her description, she was like, oh, well, you guys are calling me Abyss, but that's actually not what you should call me, and blah, blah, blah. And apparently, apparently we should be calling her, I think it's pronounced Illuris. Tell me if I'm wrong about that. But apparently we should be saying the last part of her name. I don't know. I was like, I tried to explain to her. I was like, hey, you know, usually I just call people by the first part of their name because that's just what makes sense to me. And she was like, no, Red, that's not acceptable. And no, I'm just kidding. She didn't do that at all. She was really cool about it. Yeah, Mint, I am working on the PMV, actually. I actually did some off stream today, too. I did some of the part that I was really putting off for a long-ass time. So, yeah, I know I've said this for the past, 3 months, but it should be done soon if I can get off my lazy ass and work on it more. Also was putting off these fucking wings, because look at them. This is why I never draw them, ever, pretty much, because they're ridiculous. And, you know, yeah, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be right back, because I have to shut my door, but you don't need to spam me, because it's gonna take 2 seconds, so I'm gonna be right back. Alright. Okay, I'm back. See, there's no need to start spamming. That didn't even take a minute, so. Stop! Oh my god! You guys are like little kids, where if you tell them not to do something, they do it, just because you told them not to. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, let's start coloring this monstrosity, alright? Let's do it. Oh god, this is gonna be hard. Okay. Whatever, I'll survive. Oh no. Oh god. Why? Why do I torture myself? Why? Okay. That actually wasn't that bad. The rest of it's gonna suck, though. Shading it's gonna be the pain in the ass. But what's good, at least, is that even though he has 6 of them, I can just draw one and then copy it 5 times, so that's the one good thing about his wings, but, you know, other than that, they suck because they're dumb and over-complex and stupid, and they kill me every time I try to draw them. So, yeah. Alright. I'm sorry you guys had to see me rage like that, but... Hey, Solo. Oopsie, how you doing, man? Oh, by the way, how'd you guys like the new thumbnail for the streams? I definitely thought it was more colorful and not as rushed as the first one, so, you know, I like it. Thank you. Mint's like, it's good, it's okay, it's acceptable. Doesn't quite live up to Mint standards, but... Thanks, Jacob. It's nice to see you here, by the way. You can watch me suffer. Um, you know, like, psh. Yeah, I'd like to draw his wings more often because they look cool and stuff, especially when they're attached to him, which you can't see right now. But no, I just can't. Like, they're just too much, which is my own fault. And you'll get people going, well, why don't you just like make them simpler? Well, because I mean they're supposed to be fancy, because stuff. Because I like to torture myself. Okay, don't question it. All right, now let's get that really, really close to white color. Okay. Just imagine coloring without the select tool. Oh god. Yeah. I mean, some people do that and I applaud them because I can't do that. Like I just can't. It's just this doesn't work for me. Oh no. Yeah, well, yeah, Mint's art is really good, but I will say it's probably not as complex as mine is, which is a good thing, Mint, by the way, lucky you. But so yeah, I could see how it wouldn't be quite as a pain in the ass for you as it is for me, but still though. So here's what's interesting about how this PMV is going to be, because I am actually confident it's going to be done pretty soon here. Um, what's interesting about it is that I actually have changed. Part of the reason it's taking so long is because I've changed a lot of my original ideas for what I'm going to draw for certain parts of it. So, like, originally it was much different, and I think I finally kind of settled on what I want now. And that's going to suck because don't expect it to, like, I don't want to say make sense, but don't expect it to be this super, really, to portray this, like, really obvious, like, clear-cut story, okay? Because it's going to be really complicated. You're going to be like, wait, we just jumped from here to what's happening. Okay, that's what it's going to be like. I'm just warning you right now. It's not going to be a super coherent story that it's going to convey. I mean, the story is coherent, but the art's not going to convey it very well, so... Um, so yeah, I thought I'd just throw that out there right now. I'm thinking that I probably will have a quick, like, I'll write a little summary, make it interesting, of course, of what the backstory with it is, like in as a pinned comment or something, because God knows no one reads the descriptions. So I thought about doing that, cause just so people will get it, even though I've already told part of his whole thing on streams and stuff. But other people who might come across it, Also, hi, Luna. I'm sorry, I was ranting right when you showed up, so it took me a minute to say something. Hi, Blossom. Everybody. Also, she never told me if Eluris was how you pronounced it or not, but did she ask what map this was for? Because it's not for a map, it's for the PMV that I've been working on for 10 months. No, it's actually been more like 3, but yeah. It's for that. It's not for a map part. Oops. I feel like the delay isn't quite as bad tonight, by the way. I feel like you guys are getting back to what I'm saying a little bit faster than usual, which is good. Probably just jinxed it though, so we'll just do some of that. Also, I wanted to get opinions on what you guys thought of the writing stream. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I actually didn't like it that much. Like, It was okay. I think it might be better if I had a mic on in the future, so I think I'll try it again with the mic on maybe one more time, but if I don't like it then too, it's probably not going to happen again. Part of the reason was probably just because like not that many people showed up, so that doesn't make it as fun too. So like I might try it again with the mic on, but I didn't get a whole ton of enjoyment out of it, and I think part of the reason is because the things I just said, and even the few people that were there kept kind of leaving and coming back. Um, you know, and yeah, also what Blossom just said about stopped a bunch. Well, yeah, I mean, I have to think about it a little bit. Like, I can't speed type. I'm not like that. I kind of have to think for a second, So that, yeah, a mic would help. The only thing I will say about having a mic on is that you will hear me typing. There's no way around that. So, like, you're gonna hear really loud typing, and it's gonna suck. But whatever. But I might try it again sometime. I do feel bad that there wasn't a lot of context, though. I mean, I tried to give as much context as I could, but, it doesn't always work out perfectly. What is happening here? Okay. Well, yeah, I ended it, and I guess I happened to end it when no one was there, which I didn't intend for, but, things happen. Ah, is that all the gold? Okay. Alright. I'm really bad with, like, getting golden colors. Like, hold on. I'm really horrible with that. Let's see here. It's gonna take me a few tries. That's actually not too bad. Maybe a little bit lighter, maybe. That's actually, you know what? That didn't take as long as I thought. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Thank you, Blossom. It is beautiful. It's one of Charlie's wings. He has 6 of them, so there's a lot. But I'm glad you think it's beautiful because it's a pain in the ass to draw. It's pretty annoying to draw because of how gigantic it is. Shading it's gonna suck, but we'll deal. Complain as per usual with a red stream. Wait, did I Okay, yeah, looks like it is. Alright. Okie doke. Did you all not know he has wings? What is this? No, seriously, Abyss is like, what? And Blossom's like, what? I thought that everyone knew that, but I guess since I never draw them ever, maybe not. Can Abyss wants to know if Joeva can fly. He actually can. He has wings too. Gods have wings in my stuff, so he doesn't have 6. He has 2 though. So it's not difficult to fly with 6 wings for him anyway, because he doesn't actually flap them. He kind of just floats with that. Like he just spreads them and then floats all heavenly because he's like awesome and stuff. But yeah. So little fun factaroonie here. With how some lore, I guess, if I want to get fancy, with the way wings work in my stuff. Yeah, the more wings something has, like the more powerful they are. So Charlie has 6, so he's more power. That's the most any of my characters have. And then Joeva has 2 and stuff like that. So. And anyway, Mint's like, oh yeah, you mentioned a lot how you talk. Well, yes, but apparently I didn't mention it enough because a couple people here didn't know that. So, just got a really weird image in my head about Charlie flying around the grocery store. What? Okay. Frickin' the grocery store, huh? Oh boy. Why two? Because he's not like, I mean, I don't know, because that's still a lot. Like, that's still enough to like completely whoop the crap out of any regular human. Like, he is powerful. Blossom's like, Dweva's not powerful. Yeah, he is. He's one of the two gods of the planet that my whole story takes on. I don't know. He is really powerful. He can like. That's just go to show you how stupidly powerful Charlie is. You know. Anyway, oh, I'm supposed to be making a shading layer, but I got caught up talking. There we go. All right. Okay. Blossom. His name is not Alex. His name is Pierce. But yes, he does have wings, and that's a plot thing. That's a plot related thing. Uh, he's not as powerful though for other plot reasons that I'm not probably gonna say, but wait, what? Wait, hold on. Based off Mint's thing, I can imagine some power-hungry dude hot gluing random wings onto themselves while whispering, "Okay." What? What the? No, what? Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Fear me. Oh boy. Uh, lol, alright. Oh god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. But what if I don't want a shade? Oh, wings equals power, yeah. That's what Mitt said. She is a mitten now. I don't know what way I want I guess the light would be coming from here. So, dang, it'd probably help if I adjusted my frickin' settings. That might be good. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright. Make those wings as shady as Charlie, huh? He's not really shady, he's just kind of By the way, I wish I was writing what I wrote last night on stream though, because there's this great scene where you know how they were in. Well, some people know this, some people weren't here. How the characters were in this like the city they're so rich that if you're wearing anything that's not fancy, they'll shoot you on sight. Right. Well, there was this part, and I wish you would see me write this because I think this is a great part. But they went into this store because they were not in a barn. Don't listen to her; she's joking. They went to this store to try and locate this thing they're after. I'm not going to go into details to save time. Yes, mint ribboleth, except for it's spelled two B's. You're so close. I'm so proud of you. Anyway, they went to the store and there was this really rich dude, like even richer than the usual people there. And Jewel noticed him and she was like really intimidated. She was like, "Oh shit, that guy looks important." And she didn't say anything though because she was like, "Well, I better not even mess with him, so I'm not even gonna tell my her team members, which includes Charlie in a human form." Okay, keep that in mind. So then Charlie was like, "Okay, well, let's go, do what we gotta do." And then he went up to the counter and to ask this person there about what they were looking for. And then the rich guy bumped into him and kind of like purposely like butt ahead and like pushed him aside kind of thing, like that rude shit people do. And of course Charlie's the god of everything, but no one knows that in this scenario. So yeah, so after he got like shoved back by this really rich guy, also that's a very funny Blossom about Richard. I get it, haha. After he got shoved away by this rich guy, the rich guy was all like, "Oh, get out of my way, you like scrawny little like piece of shit," or whatever. And then he kind of like tried to shoo Charlie away, and he got so mad, like, oh my god, like I just can't. I don't know why. I wish you'd see me write this because I had a huge grin on my face the entire time I was writing it. He like slapped the guy's hand away and was like, got super dramatic, even though he doesn't have any of his magic at the moment, so he'd be fucked if the guy decided to attack him or something over it. Oh my god, I love that. I was so hyped. Because he's usually really calm in that story in his human form. He doesn't really like start fights and shit, and he handles things really maturely and everything. But I was just like, let's make him mad because he doesn't like being disrespected. Your 0 wings are nothing to my 6. Yeah, well, if he said that, he would have given away his identity, and then they all would have known that he is, who he is. But he doesn't have magic abyss at that point because I don't know how to explain it. It's like this really complicated plot thing where he kind of had to give up all his magic to get onto the surface of this one planet so he could protect it. Him protecting a planet, that's hilarious, isn't it? And yeah, but to avoid like scaring the people there, he just pretended to be a human. He didn't like tell them that, hey, I'm actually the freaking like god of the universe. He just was like, yeah, I'm a dude. Whatever. So so none of the other characters know that he's who he is. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, yeah, I wish I had done that part on stream because it was good. It was a good part. I was proud of the way it came out, and also I was like having a lot of fun writing it. So yeah. I thought I'd at least tell you about it if you didn't get to see me do it. So yep. Yeah. Question: how common are gods to that world? Like, would people go out of their way to make others believe they're a god, or would that be too far-fetched? Here's the way it works, okay? I'm gonna explain. I love when people ask me questions, by the way. I love it so much. So there's kind of this, like, god hierarchy in my whole, like, in my writing. There's, like, these things called sages, which is what Charlie is, are on top. So he's at the very top. He's the strongest thing. And then sages, or Charlie more specifically, they pick out people to become gods for the planets they watch over. So, and that's what like Jueva is. Jueva is a god. He's not a sage. So he's lower down in the god hierarchy, but he still is a god. So yeah, for each world, each planet, there's typically one god, and everyone on that planet knows who they are. So you couldn't really like pretend to be a god. Also, because gods have wings. So if you were like pretending to be a god, someone would be like, okay, prove it, and you wouldn't be able to because you wouldn't have wings. But the planet that the story I was working on last time, the planet that takes on has 2 gods, just because it does, and Jueva's one of them, and the other one is named Hex. So there you go. That's if that answers your question. So yeah, you couldn't go out of your way you couldn't go up to somebody and be like, I'm a god, do whatever I say. Like, yeah, it wouldn't really work. How many sages are there, Abyss? There are 5. There were originally 7, but then I lowered it to 5 for various reasons. And they're all brothers, so yeah. Charlie has like 4 younger brothers. Red, you are missing something. Having no wings is an easy fix. You just go to the dollar store. What? Okay. So people, excuse me, God. So people are familiar with the gods? Yes, they are. Well, they're familiar with the gods. They're not familiar with the sages. So like, someone on that planet, if you said like, oh, so if you talked about Jueva, they would know who you were talking about. They'd be like, oh yeah, okay. And they all know he exists. It's not like religious where there's debate whether it actually exists. They all know he exists. But sages are kind of territory where some people don't think it's a real thing and other people do. Even though they do exist. So that's kind of how that works. So that answers your question. I love questions so much. They get me so hyped. I love telling people about stuff. I love when people are interested. It gets me so excited. Charlie Jr. How often does he dye his hair? He never dyes his hair. His hair is naturally white. Just like his mom's. Hers is white too, naturally. And all his brothers' hair is white naturally too. It's just part of their species is white hair. What's the second god for? Backup god? No. No. They work together. Well, they were supposed to, and then Jueva was like, "I'm gonna go be an antagonist now." So it's not because one of them's a backup. That's funny though. Oh, that probably wouldn't have been a bad idea actually, because you know, one of them did decide to go off the rails. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. Maybe this time my son will get a normal haircut. Oh god damn it. Who is supposed to be saying that, Blossom? I'm really confused. Well, what she means by that really is maybe sometime Red will make a character with normal hair color. Huh, nope. Actually, I have a lot of characters with normal hair color, but... Oh, Charlie's mother? Well, she has white hair, though. Like, and, Charlie's dad has white hair, too. So, yeah. They should be shocked if they had anything that wasn't white hair. Really, but... What really happened probably with her is, she doesn't have any daughters. She had 5 kids, but they're all sons. So what really should happen with her is she has a kid and she's like, oh, maybe this kid will be a freaking girl this time. Ha, nope. What happened to Charlie's dad? He died with Charlie's mom the same way. We don't talk about him as much because he wasn't as important to Charlie's backstory as the mom was. Charlie's mother's uncle's cousin's stepson's dog had white hair. It's normal. What happened to Charlie's mom? She died the same way the dad did. Sorry. Yes, Abyss, there are emojis. What happened to... Oh, gosh. Do you want me to explain the whole... Explaining that would have to... would require me to explain the entire backstory of, like, how the sages became the freaking rulers of the universe and, like, all that. So, I mean, if everyone's okay with me talking about that for, like, 20 minutes, then I'll tell you, but... You know, I never want to bore the people on my streams, so... As much as I love talking about it, you know, I don't want to blab on about it if, like, no one else wants to hear it, so... Okay, y'all want to hear it? Oh, man. It is kind of a long story, and also it's kind of hard to explain because there's, like, multiple things going on at once, so when I try to just explain it, it's kind of a mess, but I'll do my best if you want. Okay, seems like we got, like, 3 people out of 5 watching who want to hear it. Okay, that's majority, so... Alright, here goes. Oh, boy. Okay, so, like... In the very beginning, I start a story that way. I'm cliche as fuck. Anyway, in the very beginning of this universe, it was like, there was only, it was really small. Like, when you think of a universe, you know, you think of all the whole big everything, right? But, for this, it started out really, really small, so it was like, it just wasn't that big. There was only, like, I don't know, 5 maybe planets, right? Okay. And they were all kind of in a cluster, so it was kind of just like a solar system. Think of it that way. But all 5 of the planets had, like, intelligent life. And all five, I say five because I think that's probably about what it was. The exact number is not very important. It's under 10, I'll say that much. So you got these like 5 worlds, and they're all home to a specific race or species, and the sages, which is Charlie again, was one of them, and they were like kind of considered like the, I don't know, not, they weren't like, there weren't, none of the planets were like in charge of any other ones, but sages were kind of the most like, what's the right word here, the best, I don't know, like they were sort of, at least that's what they thought. They were like, yeah, we're the freaking top people here, you bitches, kind of. They had a very arrogant attitude and stuff. Now, sages, they lived pretty, pretty great. They had like they had harmony and everything, and they didn't really have any wars or problems or anything. And but eventually shit happened. Okay. And hold on, actually, we're gonna back up. See, this is what I told you was hard about this, because there's like a lot going on, so it's hard for me to explain it. The thing about sages that made them, their whole thing, okay, is like above everything else, they care about beauty more than anything else. That's their thing, which you probably, that's why they all have huge eyelashes and like this gorgeous white hair and like that kind of thing. They all have blue eyes too. That's important. Remember that. So they were good for a while. They were fine until eventually, I'm gonna reselect this drawing. Hold on. Until eventually, some sages started to go. They started like going around to other planets, the other 5 planets, and they started stealing beautiful things. Okay, so they started like, so they'd go to another planet and they'd be like, oh hey, that's a fucking gorgeous flower plant thing, and they'd like, take it and bring it back to their planet to make their own world more beautiful. Keep in mind their world was already gorgeous to begin with. So pineapple blue eyes, yes. So they had this like amazing shit going on. They started stealing stuff. It started small at first, like it wasn't a big deal at first. But then other worlds started complaining, they were like, hey, if you freaking say, just stop it. So at that point, they were like, hey, we should probably develop some kind of freaking like, someone in charge of us and shit, right? Someone to, government type stuff. So what they did, because they're sages and they care about beauty more than anything else, was that they were like, okay, we're going to find the most beautiful sage and we're going to put them in charge. And they decided on Charlie's mom. Her name is Taltalia, for, just to keep things easy here. Then they blew up the rest of the planets at the end. No. Yeah, so and the reason they chose her was not only because of the black swirly markings on her eyes, but it was also because she had like the greenish eyes. I'll spell it for you here. She had like, it was blue, but they were also kind of green, which you'll realize Charlie has those too. It's important later. And so they were like, holy crap, that's amazing, and it's freaking gorgeous, and the blah, 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 blah. And so they made her queen, and she was kind of like, whoa, okay. I kind of imagine she was probably hesitant about it at first. Anyway. Well, hi, soul. So, they put her in charge, and she was pretty good. She tried to keep the theft under control. It still happened a little bit, though. And then eventually people started pressuring her. They were like, hey, you need to get an heir because you're not going to live forever, girl, sister. You need to, like, marry someone and have a kid or something, right? And, and then she didn't really want to that much, but, she kind of realized she had to. Anyway, she met up with this guy, and I'm not even going to go into, like, how they met because it's just not important to this. And his name is Semuri, and I'll spell that too if someone wants me to. and they hit it off. Again, I'm skipping over how they met. It's not important. And they hit it off, and then she got pregnant. Yay. Okay, so then she had her first kid, which was Charlie, and they realized that, oh god, okay, Blossom's trying to misspell these, all right. So Charlie was a thing, but the biggest deal about him, well, first of all, he was future king of the sages, right? But not only that, they realized he inherited Taltalia's crazy eyes, okay? And so that was a big deal because that was like, oh my god, crazy eyes, bleh. So yeah, that happened, and that was all good for a while. But then really quickly, she got pregnant again, and then she had Charlie's younger brother, Keith. And that's when problems started happening, okay? Because they didn't get along. Charlie and Keith do not get along at all because Charlie was a troublemaker as a kid and as an adult, but mostly as a kid. He didn't take his princely duties very seriously, and he kind of just joked around a lot. Like he was the kind of prince who would go up to his his royal chefs and be like, "Hey, I order you to fucking dump pancakes on your head," and they'd have to do it because he's a freaking prince. So, he was that kind of dude as a kid. Anyway, but Keith, on the other hand, was super serious about taking his duties seriously. He was all like, "Oh yeah, I want to learn how to be a good ruler, and I'm a freaking goody two shoes, and this and that, and I'm so much better than you, big brother, because you're a scrawny bitch." It's pretty much the attitude he started to have. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that they're really close in age, 1 or 2 years maybe. Haha, Blossom, I know you heard me, right? If you didn't, you can look up in the chat because they got it. So yeah, that happened. So they didn't get along at all, and also Taltalia started to favor Keith a lot, even after she had more kids. She especially favored Keith because he was so responsible and great. And she started Charlie just started feeling really overshadowed because he kept getting more little brothers, so he kept getting put on the back burner more. And also, and this was the finishing blow, is that one night he overheard his mom saying that she would rather have Keith become the next king, even though that's not how it works, as you all know. So that really broke his poor little heart, and then shit just kept getting worse. Okay, so then tension between the brothers, those two brothers especially, kept heating up, and they started fighting verbally and physically. And usually Keith would kick the shit out of Charlie because even though Charlie's older, he was just scrawnier than Keith was. So, and they don't have any magic yet at this point, so yeah. So that was a thing, and so because she kept having kids and had 2 really troublesome kids to deal with, and she had all this stuff going on, she started losing control of her not the whole race, but the sages doing their thieving shit. So they started doing it even more. They were like, "Hey, fuck what the queen says, let's go and take some more shit from these other planets." So they did that, and they did it even more, and they did it a lot, and they started doing it to the point where they were stealing water and actual resources that the other planets needed. So it sucked. What does Keith look like? Maybe I'll draw him sometime. So yeah, they started doing that again. And there's this other race, okay? And it doesn't have a name, honestly. I should name it sometime. I don't know what Voltron is. I'm sorry, I'm a dumbass, but what the fuck, Luna? Anyway, so this other race, and their whole thing is that they're really good with technology and shit. So this other race got really fucking sick of it. They were like, I'm tired of these damn sages stealing all our shit, thinking they're better than everybody just because they're a bunch of fucking pretty boys and pretty girls and this and that and blah 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 blah. I'm so tired of it. Red's just enjoying telling the story of how she made her characters miserable. Yeah, pretty much. They got really, really tired of it, right? So they were like, we're gonna do something about it. We're gonna fucking do something about it. So they developed this thing, and it's this giant, like, think of it like a black flying saucer, okay? That's kind of what I imagine it looking like. So they made this giant machine, and it's a spaceship, and what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to go fly over to the Sages planet and poison all of them with this gas that it will leak into the atmosphere. It's supposed to kill all of them. Right? Okay. Well, unfortunately, they made a miscalculation in the formula of the gas or whatever, and it ended up only working on adults. It didn't work on children. The gas, it made them sick, but it would not kill children. So, hold on. Basically, 5 people plant giant robot lions and fuse them. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that sounds crazy, Lunai, but thank you for informing me. Poison them pretty boys. Yeah, pretty much a bit. So, yeah. So they sent this spaceship off. It reached the Sage planet. Everyone was terrified. And so, yeah, this horrible gas fume poison stuff filled the whole planet and ruined everything. And I should be shading while I'm talking about this, but I'm too engrossed in talking about how I made my characters miserable, right? So, yeah, so it didn't kill children. And the thing is that when I say I specify adult child, like I kind of feel like anyone under 20 probably wasn't killed by it anyway. Anyone above 20 was probably killed by it. So we got all these dead adults and sick parentless children. Yeah, hold on. So not only, it didn't even just kill you peacefully. What it did is that it would, basically, if you breathed it in and you were an adult, okay, you would you wouldn't just die, you'd kind of, I don't know how to word this, kind of turn to stone, sort of, like, you'd, what's serif of the end? You'd kind of you'd dry out, and it's horrific, and you'd shrivel up, and it's disgusting. You explode. No, and it's pretty horrible. It's pretty horrible death. So, while that was happening, Charlie was 13 maybe about at the time, and so that's young enough to live, right? And of course, since he's the oldest, all of his brothers live too. Definition of very painful death. Yeah, it's disgusting too. And what's even more tragic, because I like making my characters suffer, is Charlie, who, mind you, I'm going to remind you all that he was really close to his mother and when he got to spend time with her, which wasn't very often. He kind of needed her for something while this gas thing was happening, and he went into her bedroom and saw not only her but also his dad, but mostly her, all shriveled up and dead and crumbled and horrible. So he walked in right when she was dead, and he rushed to her, and she crumbled in his arms, and it was horrible. And I'll remind you, Blossom. And it was terrible. So he was so destroyed by that. That's really awful. Yeah, so that sucked. That happened, alright? So here's the worst part, though. Here's the worst part. That machine that one race made to kill all the sages, they made another miscalculation, and it didn't stop at the sages planet. It kept going to all the other planets, and did the same thing to all the other planets, okay? So, everyone's dying. Well, Keith didn't carry Mom's corpse, beat that. Yeah, pretty much. So, Yeah, so like everyone's dying at this point. So then what's quickly happening is before everyone dies, so like people, the whole like small universe of 5 worlds, they all kind of realized what's happening. So they were like, shit, what are we gonna do, man? Everyone's dying. We have to find a way to preserve the kids who are surviving this. Um, and one of the biggest issues that people realized was that, hey, we have a bunch of magic users on certain planets. Sages didn't have magic originally, which is really ironic, but there was a couple planets that the inhabitants did have magic. So, like, they were like, well, if these, like, people who have magic die, the magic's lost, and we don't want to do that. Like, we gotta preserve all this. We gotta find a way to, like, rebuild this universe that we have that's being fucking crushed and destroyed and everything. So they were like, we should take all the magic in the universe, every bit of it, okay, and we should entrust it to just a few people, because that way it'll stay safe. Kind of was like sort of the logic, I guess. And I don't know who. I like to imagine that it was probably some asshole, okay, was like, hey, let's give it to those fucking sage kids because you know what? This whole thing is their fault. They shouldn't have been stealing shit. We should make them suffer. So they were like, we're gonna put this huge burden on these kids' shoulders. So just to be like, just to be assholes, pretty much, which is dumb, honestly. I can't believe. I mean, I can't, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, they were all really angry about this happening, obviously, so they wanted to make them suffer for it. So yeah, they gathered up all of the living sages, not just the royal ones, but all of them, and they were like, hey, you guys, yeah, hey, you're like royalty and shit, right? Apparently, you should know how to rule. How about you rule the whole fucking universe? And that terrified the shit out of Charlie, because, you know, he was like, well, fuck. He was like 13 at the time or something. He was like, I don't have the fucking responsibility for this shit. But they did it anyway. They gave him all this magic, and then he got wings, and then he had to grow up with this immense amount of power and responsibility, because it's his job to create new worlds. That's what he's supposed to do, because, you know, the whole thing here is we're trying to rebuild the universe that got fucked up. And yeah, so they gave him that, and then, you know, more people died, and there's a few people left, right? So Charlie and you know, his brothers, they're immortal now, so they grow and they stop aging at maybe like early 20s, you know, but they're still, you know, getting old, but they just nothing happened to Keith, really. He's still here. He's not as powerful as Charlie, but he's still alive. It's not like anything really like happened to him. He got power too. All the 5 sages, the 5 sage princes got some of the magic, but it was kind of like the older you are, the more you got, so Charlie actually did a pretty decent job at first as he was growing up. He made worlds, and he, you know, attended to them, and he like helped the people there, and he created whatever they needed. So like if some world leader went up to him and they were like, hey man, hey dude, we need like more fucking rivers or water, he would go and like make a river on their planet or something. He did a pretty good job at first. But like the longer he lived, so like centuries at this point, the more he just like hated it, and he just was like, because they stopped appreciating him, they got so used to it, they got so like, hey, we could just fucking ask this god of everything for whatever the fuck we want. So they started getting really super like, hey, you know, let's just ask for dumb shit. So they started asking him for really dumb stuff. There was this one planet, I wrote about this, and they asked him for like chocolate fountains and like fountain pens and like golden fountains and like watermelon juice fountains, and just they wanted all this luxury shit that I didn't even need. So Charlie just started feeling really like taken advantage of, and that pissed him off, obviously, because he does a lot of work for this. And on top of that, Keith is, by the way, still an asshole even when they're older. Hey dude, we need more fucking rivers. Is that what I said? Did I say it that way? Oh my god. yeah, so that's kind of what happened, and then like yeah, Keith's still an ass. Okay, so Keith is all like he doesn't think Charlie ever does a good enough job. He's like, dude, you got to be creating more planets and creating more fucking shit, and you got to be getting up earlier, man, and you got to be stop whining about shit and blah 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 blah, and I should have been king, not you, and blah 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 blah, and just all this shit. Okay, so eventually Charlie got really fucking tired of that, as you would, I'm sure. And he got so stressed out after this one argument with Keith that he went and he didn't even like really mean to, but he just got so angry that he blew up a planet. That was the first time he ever did it. And he was like, fuck, what was that? And he felt really bad at first. Because he was like, shit, I just killed like billions of people like with one attack. Oh my god. And he felt really bad. But then he also acknowledged that it felt really good to like, just kind of vent a bit. But he still felt bad. He was like, shit, I can't do this again, man. Like, I can't, I mean, like, this is not acceptable, right? But then, I mean, obviously that didn't last. And Charlie, can we have plushies and blue pineapples? Which blows up planet. No. Yeah, accidentally blew the planet. You know. So he was like, shit, man, I can't do this. But he didn't tell Keith about it, obviously. Because if he did, he would have heard like, oh god. So he didn't tell Keith about it. But Keith did realize that there was a planet missing pretty quickly. Because, he's also like a god of the universe, so he noticed that pretty fast. And Charlie was like, well, I don't know, man, maybe their fucking star exploded or something. I don't know, man. And I just realized I went way beyond the point of just how the parents died, which was the original question, but whatever. We're already this far in. Hi, Hannah. Wasn't there a planet here, Charlie? No. Pretty much is what happened. So we didn't tell him, and Keith believed him. Keith was like, well, I don't know, we'll figure it out, whatever. So I don't remember if it was like the next day or like the next few days. Charlie went to a world to like see what they needed and everything, like he usually does. And that was when the fountain thing happened. That was when there was this world and they were like, give us this fucking fancy shit. And and Charlie got super mad about it, and he blew up that world too. And but then he justified it. He was in his head. He was like, oh, God, I fucking shouldn't have done that. But then he was like, well, but, they were being disrespectful. So he started kind of justifying it, right? We see the path he's going down right now. And, so, yeah, that happened. And basically, just to be simple, he just started doing it more and more. And eventually, he kind of just lost himself in it. And he kept doing it a whole lot. And everyone frowned upon it, obviously, because he's, killing tons of people. But, however, he eventually he got kicked out of, like, where all the sages live, because, his family found out, and they were like, dude, fuck the fuck off. And, so he fucked the fuck off. It's not a robot wing. It kind of is, I guess. Thank you. Charlie, can you blow up planet? I mean, you joke about that, but it's pretty much what it got to. Yeah, I mean, people did realize planets were being blown up, but, right. Charlie's thought process. Some guys were mean to me. Kill everyone. Yeah, I mean, that's not, it wasn't quite that simple. I mean, it kind of was, but it also kind of wasn't, but, you gotta keep in mind, he's had a shit ton of trauma in his life. But he, anyway, what was I saying? Right, okay, so, yeah, there was kind of new, like, yeah, planets did start to realize it, but you gotta keep in mind only planets that were nearby. So, like, the universe is huge at this point. It was small at first. It's gigantic now. So, one galaxy might know that, hey, our god is killing everyone, and another one might not. So, anyway, he kept doing that. Everyone hated it, obviously. But then he got this knock on his door where he was living since he got fucked the fuck out of his normal home. And and then he got this knock on his door, and he was like, "Oh fuck! I swear, if this is Keith, I'm gonna like blow up everything." And it wasn't though. It was Charlotte. All right, here's where she comes in, and this is when he first met her. And she showed up, and she was like, "Hey man, I'm a representative of Planet Richez, is what it's called." And she was like, "And we're really happy you blew up some other planet because they were our enemies, and you just took care of them. And great, see you later, Mint. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by." So, they she was like, "Yeah, thanks for that, man." And he was kind of like, "Whoa, someone's happy about this? Damn." Also, she's hot. It's kind of his thought process. So but mostly what he was thinking was that hey, I can use this to my advantage, because he was like, what I could do is you know she's a representative, meaning she talks to other planets a lot. So he was like, if I, manipulate her a bit, I can get her to say shit I want to, and I can get her to like spread bad word about like Keith, and I can, there's a lot of power involved there. So, yeah, he invited her in and like gave her some tea, I think it was, and started talking to her and everything. Um, and they started kind of falling in love, but she became, after he was lying to her about a bunch of shit, she was under the impression that Keith was the one who was causing most of the problems, not Charlie. So, that happened, uh, and everything. Wow, 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 wow! How kind of Charlie manipulating Charlotte. Yeah, well, that was before he really cared about her, and then, um, you know, so. By the way, Miranda, yeah, is the leader of Richez, or like essentially the god, I guess you could say, of Richez. So she was Charlotte's boss, right? So no, Miranda becomes relevant here. So at first, Charlie really didn't give a crap about Charlotte that much, but then stuff happened. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's where I'm gonna leave that. And then he's like, "Oh man, I actually freaking love this girl." um, and they kind of hit it off, right? So things happened. He wanted to see her do fucked up shit, so he ended up convincing her that her life was crap, and then and everything, and then she I mean, it kind of was like Miranda did treat her bad, her boss did treat her bad, but Charlie kind of over exaggerated it a little bit. So he ended up convincing Charlotte to agree to letting him destroy her planet. Basically, he ended up manipulating her so much that she was like, "Okay, you can destroy my homeworld." That's pretty intense. So he did do it, and then at that point, she realized how freaking horrible it was, because she regretted it a lot and stuff. And then, Miranda's a bitch. She fired someone just because she wants to. Anyways, Charlie's great. He blew up a plan instead of talking it out. Also, he manipulated his girlfriend. I never said he was a saint. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I mean, Miranda was a bitch, but I never said he was like, great or anything. No, he's freaking fucked up. That's why he's a villain. That's why, at least in this time of his life. Yeah, no, God, he was horrible. I never was trying to defend. I mean, I'll defend it a little bit because it makes sense why he does it, but that doesn't make it okay. So, no, I mean, I never said like, oh man, Charlie's great. No, he's great later, but right now he's not. So, right. Anyway, that's about. I could tell you like what happens to Charlotte too if you want, but I've been talking for so long, so I don't know if you want to even hear anymore. Charlie's an asshole, but he's a beautiful asshole. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. What about? Oh man, do you even want to know his? Because it's not as interesting in my opinion, but He was born and he died? Who? I don't know. Yeah, but I do want to know, was that like super painful for you all to listen to, or was that a nice story? Or I mean, it wasn't nice, but you know what I'm saying. Like, was that nice to listen to, or did I just bore the shit out of you all for like half an hour? I mean, you did want to hear it, so if I did bore you, please don't blame me, because you know. Was interesting. Oh, well, thanks, Blossom. I'm glad. I enjoyed hearing about Charlie blowing up planets. I love hearing about him blowing up planets. Yeah, well, I'm glad. I'm glad it didn't like completely bore the crap out of you guys then, because I was worried about that. I was like, oh man, I've been talking for like half an hour. So yeah, that's good. It's good to know. But yeah, you guys should have quoted me on some of that, because I know that since I was kind of saying it in a very casual way, I wasn't trying to be all epic storyteller. Um, You know, so like, yeah, I'm aware that I said like, look, it's fucking flat. I use like swear words a lot, so it would have been funny if you guys actually wrote down some of the things I was saying as I said them, because I don't even realize it half the time. I'm excited for that corn. Aw, it's okay, Blossom. I appreciate it. I'm sorry the screen's blurry for you. Oh my god, Blossom. Yeah, you could, Blossom. I can't wait to see it either, Corn. I know you've been working on it for a little bit, so yeah, should be good. Oh my god, are you serious? Did Q just miss the entire backstory of Charlie? Are you really? She freaking loves him. I can't believe. Oh my god, why? Jeez. Seriously, Q? Great freaking timing. God, that makes me so mad because I can't explain it all again. I just can't. First of all, because I mean, you wouldn't want to hear it again, which is totally fine. And then like, I don't know if I can even like bring myself to freaking say it again. Yes, really. I mean, you could just like go back in the stream and hear it if you wanted to, or the chat could try and re-describe it to you. That'd be hilarious. It gets so butchered to be hilarious. But you know, yeah, I did explain like the whole thing for like half an hour. Do it again, Kef? I don't know. I don't know. I find it really hard to believe you'd all be okay with me saying it again, but like, I don't know. I mean, it literally, if you all really want me to say it again, I guess I could, but it's pretty long. I just find it really hard to believe you'd be okay with that, but. Okay, Blossom. Don't listen to Blossom. Blossom's gonna butcher it, okay? Oh gosh. Abyss is doing good so far. I wonder how long it'll take for her to totally screw it up. Make some fucking reverse. Oh, excuse me. God. Oh man, Abyss. Abyss is doing fine so far, but I know she's gonna start. Yeah, I don't know if well, they did love stealing stuff, but you're wording it very, like, interestingly, but. I did have a lovely way with wording. No, see, Abyss screwed it up already. They started stealing party hats and pineapple blues. No, okay. Q, you should just go skip back the stream a little bit and hear me say it if you want, because I can't trust them to say it properly. Oh my gosh. Alright. The other plants were like, Noom pineapple! Oh my god, that's not what happened. Don't listen to her. Oh my goodness. You guys are too much. Can't stay for long, gotta go to bed early because I have to get up in the morning and go finish. Yeah, okay. I'll see ya. You know, I'm glad you came for a little bit. How could you not trust us? Well, because, well, Abyss is butchering it and Blossom's butchering it. They chose his mom for her eyeballs. Good job. Is Q even still here? Did she leave because of how insane this is? It's not 33, there were 5. Awesome, Q. You should. I think you'll like it. I hope. I think they all liked it. I think. I don't know for certain, of course, but I'm pretty sure they did. So, yeah. Yeah, even Q gave up on you guys. Abyss just like, yeah, Abyss has her own version. Oh, thank you, Q. Thank you. I'm glad you like the wing. I'm trying. It's not coming out that great, but I'm doing my best. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blossom. Charlotte is into that apparently, and Charlie and her hooked it up, and now they destroy planets together. That's actually not what happens. She actually, well, they did hooked it up, but like, Charlotte actually ends up trying to convince him not to, and he stops for a while, and then she doesn't do it with him. Jeez. That is not what freaking happened, Blossom. He destroyed that plant. That's pretty hot. That's not what happened. Don't thank them, Q. They were not being serious. Oh my god. Freaking, oh my god. See you later, Q. Oh my goodness. Good job, guys. Wow, that looks weird. I wonder if I made the lines gray, if that would look fine. Eh. I feel like that might look nicer without just the really dark black. Yeah, I like that. I kind of like that dark gray there. Corn did everything. It's all Corn's fault. Obviously. Yeah, sure, Cap. Let me just like throw some pencils across the planet and just, yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Alright, well, I'm gonna go real quick and get a drink. So yeah, I'll be right back. Oh, that's weird. Okay, hold on. Hey, I'm back. Oh my god, you got fucking stop. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm with you, Hannah. Stop. What is this? Okay, hold on. Hold on. When did this start? Stop spamming red, guys. Thank you, Hannah. Stop. Oh my god, Hannah's fighting for me. She'll come back and see us. No, stop it, guys. Ban me. Wait, can you see this? Stop spamming. Oh my god, Hannah is like my bodyguard right now. No, it's trying to ban me. Stop! Oh my god, I can spam and type over 200 and everything and no one see it. Why does this seem like Homestuck? Oh my god. Where did Red go anyway? She went to get a drink. Oh, Lagasp, she will never return. Red, these H. What? Gosh, what? Stop! Oh my god. Freaking thank you, Hannah. Hannah is gonna be promoted to like top subscriber right now. Like, seriously. Jeez. Freaking, oh my god. Right, Hannah, it's actually annoying. It is. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's funny, but like, why E? I don't understand why that became the thing. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, let's do something else, guys. You ready for this? You know it's out of luck. Is it? I don't know that. Okay. Okay, let's alright, we're gonna draw a planet that I'm not gonna tell you what happens to it in the PMV, but you can probably guess. That's a nice space color, I think. Yeah, that's an okay space color. Should it be blacker? I mean, it probably should be like that. That's so boring though. Like, I like them to have at least like a little bit of color. Also, hi Isan. Also, guys, Isan's the only one here who actually has read my written version of the story that I told you all about Charlie, so yeah. That's fun. He knows it all already. Yeah. It could possibly blow up. I wonder if it might blow up. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I think Jacob might have read like a tiny part of it. Blossom needs to have a stream so she can ban me. Yeah. No, Hannah, what am I gonna do without you? Ugh, God, my nose is itchy. Okay. Let's do it. Is Isan still here? Wait, who's leaving? Hannah's leaving, that's right. Okay. I already said bye to her. Okay, alright, let's make this really nice planet and let's make it look really lively and really Earth-like. So that way when it blows up, it's gonna be really sad. Yeah. Let's do that. We start with a classic blue circle. Yeah. And then, fucking help me. I won't forget you either, Hannah. It blows up. Wow, that's a red tutorials. What are you talking about? When did I give a tutorial? I don't think I would be good at giving tutorials. Like, what would you even want me to teach? Like, if I was to give a tutorial, what do you think I'm good at that you want to know about? I'm actually curious what this answer would be here. Teach eyelashes? God, okay. Shading? The luscious pineapple blue planet? Yeah, absolutely. I'm making it look like Earth. I'm hoping to have it not look. I mean, it's Earth-like. It's it's a good old planet. I'm gonna try and make it look a little different from Earth, though, so it doesn't look like he's blowing up Earth. Um, yeah. Alright. What is with the pineapples? I need help. Okay, Luna, here's the thing. One day someone said something about pineapples and then it stuck. That's literally what happened. I don't even know. Thank you, Blossom. What's wrong with blowing up Earth? Because it's just too. I don't want, when the PMV is finally done, I don't want someone to freaking, like. Actually, I don't want, like. I didn't. I didn't freaking want, like, every single comment to be like, oh wow, Charlie blows up Earth. Okay, so, like, I don't know. That's why I'm trying to make it, like, look like an alive planet with people and shit, but not exactly like Earth. So that way people don't say that as much. Yeah. Do you think he would blow up Earth, though? Like, let's have some theories here, guys. Would he blow up Earth? Yeah. Definitely. I loved Spore. Depends. Do Earthlings want more rivers? Earthlings want fucking fountains, so. No! Bye, Lunai. See you later. Let's get some more blue here. Maybe a lighter blue. Ah, there's a river. Lol. Alright. That is a river. Okay. Pineapple blue. Yeah. Oh. thing some depth finally. This planet is almost as big as Charlie's coat, haha. There, that's kind of what we're looking for here. Oopsie, Trying to draw fur with chocolate block because I got no proper pencils. It's not working very well. Aw. I hope it starts working better. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead. What you want to know? How old is he? Do you mean like present time? How old is he? Like, is that what you mean? Okay, not appearance. How old has he been living? I don't have an exact age, but I always imagine it being like 40,000. So like, yeah, that long. Boy, this stream will go on as long as Charlie keeps blowing up planets. My bodyguard's back! Hey, Hannah. I can always count on you to stop the, spammings. What was I gonna do now? Oh, right, I was gonna do lights, because it's like I don't even freaking know, nighttime over here on the side. In his backstory, I said he was 13 when his parents died. He was 13 when his parents died, and appearance-wise, when he gets older, like when he gets to the point where he stops aging, appearance-wise, he's like early 20s. So like he might, I don't know, like 22 or something like that, appearance-wise. No, I said he was 13 when his parents died, which is why he was able to survive. That's what I said. If all of us were to switch accounts, what strategy would you use to figure out who is controlling which account? If you guys just switched accounts and didn't try to act like each other, though, I probably could figure it out just by how you were acting, I'm sure. Just wondering how aging works. He's incredibly old but looks young. Yeah, he aged to just what his prime would be, which is like early 20s is what people's prime usually is. And then he stopped physically aging because he's immortal, but he still, is old. So it's not Earth, but thank you. I'm glad you think it looks pretty. What? Oh, is that Seoul? That's right. That sounds that sounds familiar now. Yeah, can you blow up a planet, Seoul? Are you that good? Hmm. Wait a second. They start my map part for instance to do the same day. I go to see Hamilton. Awesome. Hope you have fun with that. I know it's supposed to be good. What happened here? Oh my lord. I need to like fix the whatever. What caused that? Here's that one. Okay, I see. Okay, no. Yeah, no, I guess I asked for too many rivers. Yeah, good job. Oh, I don't know how to lip sync. Like, at all. Sorry. Oh, that looks nicer. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I should probably save this now. Are you guys eating again? Oh my god, stop. I didn't even leave. Uh, oh my god, you guys are like driving me crazy right now. Abort, yeah. Jeez. Thank you, Hannah, my bodyguard. Oh, is Calf leaving? Oh no! Bye! Ah, damn, my laptop's getting a little bit hot. When do I sleep? You guys really want to know when I sleep? I think Abyss thinks I never sleep, but I do. Yes, that's right, Blossom. You stop. You gots to stop. Never? What? Oh, what, like I never sleep? Why would you not feel happy about that? So confused. Hey, stop! Oh my god, no! You do it right when my bodyguard left too, you scheming little conniving animals. Ugh. Jeez. Freaking wonder why I'm insane. Okay, that's not good. That's too much. Oh, oh god, my back. Okay. Thank you. It's not Earth, but thank you. I appreciate it. No, guys, don't spam. Oh, my kitty cat's in here. Yeah. Yeah, kitty. Can we please blow it up now? Do you think? What do you guys say? Do you think it's gonna get blown up? I'm gonna add some clouds outside of it too later. I'm not doing it right now, but I'm gonna do it later. So it's gonna look less fake. I don't know. It'll look better when I'm done with it, but I'm gonna do part of it off stream. You're gonna get banned. What the hell? Soul, what are you doing, man? Jeez. Try over. No. Nah. No. No. Okay. Wow, nice spelling, Abyss. Good job. That looks a little better, huh? Too much experience, huh? Doesn't look goofy or anything. Oh my god. Wait, the moment Red said that I got banned and then glitched out of the screen, threw his party hat and bandaged it. What? I don't even know. I stopped paying attention because I don't even know what's happening anymore in the chat. Yeah. Wonder what would happen if I just like freaking did. Oh wait, wrong thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not banning anyone. Oh my goodness. Why do y'all want to be banned so bad? Oh, you do. That looks nice. I like that. That looks good. Alright, let's do some more fucking stars and shit. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's try some blue stars. I usually just do white, but let's do blue. Let's do some like craziness here. Okay, let's do it. Let's do some of this. There we go. There we go. Out of love. Let's do some stars. Draws Charlie. I don't understand. I think I missed the joke there. I don't think I quite get that. It's because Charlie's a star? How? Hey, Hannah. How is he a star? I'm confuzzled here. Charlie's so fab. If he isn't the star of some show or series, I'll be disappointed. Nice. Very, very nice. Man. I have no idea what you guys are talking about anymore. I should have been paying closer attention. Oh, Abyss lives! Hooray! Is the wing gonna be in front of the planet? No. The wing's gonna be in like a completely different scene. Blossom, the wing is gonna come like just before the planet. The planet's gonna have I thought about possibly having his hand extending toward it here, but then I was like, nah, I don't want to draw a fucking hand. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna sloppily do it real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have some of his magical glyph things over here in the corner and stuff and things like that, you know, this kind of thing going on in the corners here, which is what happens whenever he uses magic and stuff. Well, not whenever, but a lot of times. So yeah, it's gonna signify that the planet's about to blow the fuck up. That's kind of a draw a nub. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna draw a nub. Hold on. This is gonna be great. Okay, you guys ready? All right. Here's his sleeve. Okay. Fucking there we go. That's not dark enough actually. Okay. And here's the buttons. Here's his hand or whatever. Here's the nub. About to blow up the planet. It's great. Oh god. Anyway. Oh god, my back. Alright. Well, yeah. It looks great. I need to make the rest of the PMV. It's done. No, it's almost done though. My god, Red. What? What did I do? What was so bad, Hannah? What time is it for me? It's 12:30, and I actually am gonna go, like now probably. So, yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. You know, I appreciate it. Bye-bye. I'm a going. I'm a going. See you later.